Lose 3 games, lose 150 rank. Alright, that's fine. I mean, I can get it back in just a couple hours if I'm tryharding. I don't really want to do that, though. I'd rather mess around with, like, aggro today. And it's not like aggro's bad. This is why nobody takes rank seriously. Nobody who's actually masters, yeah. Well, except for, like, the 5 people. Okay. So we've got Harsh Winds, Flash Freeze. In the mirror, we actually, I think, don't want any of this. He's not running Heimer, so we definitely don't need to get excited. And I think I want to be out of Rummage, too. The mirror is kind of where I'm missing Elnuks, I think. It's like, even if Heimer summons a few turrets, they're very fragile. So, like, this is a matchup where having Heimerdinger feels really, really, really bad, I think. There's arguments against that, though, I guess. We'll see. Where would you rank Lux Karma? Probably tier 2. Somewhere. I don't know. Getting his 2 chip in. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know. Is that worth a steal? I think it kind of is, honestly. That one's actually pretty close. I'll probably burn this. Usually, you know, you don't play Archer or Marksman here, and this deck has like almost nothing else to play. So, burning 1 extra there, which feels pretty bad. And he's got another 2 on the easiest open attack of his career.
For the homestead. I got ways to find me mushrooms.
Whoa. My friend, that was an open attack, I think, right?
Winter, take you.
Like, I think no matter what your attack is, no matter what your hand is, that's an open attack. You just get your 2 in for free. And this Brittle Steel, I think, is worth it. I think this 3-1 is gonna go far enough. We're burning 1, or we're playing the other Archer and whiffing the activate ability. You know what? Wow, I might actually just tank this and just play the other Archer instead. It's kind of hard to get Archer value in this matchup. I think this seems fine. Get another target. Keeping Brittle Steels. I mean, keeping them for Heimer isn't even the most useless thing ever. Alright, so we've got the Heimer going on. I mean, it seems kind of impossible to not open with Heimer here. Wow, is that true? I could actually do Chungus instead this turn. Go into Heimer next turn. Because Heimer gives us, like, the easy... I kind of want to rummage while Heimer's on the board for a free 1-1. I'll delay the Heimer by turn. If he slaps a troop here and hits 4, we're out. That's almost a concede. He only hit 2, though. He hit 2 of the big ones, though. Man, imagine playing Heimer in current year. Like, actually. Like, unironically. Imagine being an unironic Heimer, man. Heimer is so fucking bad. Why am I trying this card again? Oh, Heimer's got his second ball. Yeah, we've got both of Heimer's balls. I'm ready to go in, dude. That's kind of a feels good. I just wish this card was actually, like, delivered on anything. Like, these cards just fuck, dude. Like, look at this. Look at his open attack right now. It's crazy good. It's crazy good, dude. Like, this guy actually just has a free win. Like, we're playing Heimer and he got, like, double bull. Really makes you think. Why are we playing Heimer? Ow. I mean, I'm casually down to 10 here, which means I've already lost, by the way. Like, against Ezreal, like, if I go down to 10, like, there's nothing I can do. And I don't think I can take, like, flash freezes here, actually. It feels it feels like I'm just conceding like the entirety of board control. Here I'm taking a weird line where I'm gonna try to like get enough elusives with Heimer to actually just like pressure out the game, I guess. I don't know. Maybe that just can't make enough sense. I could have taken flash freezes. Because it's not like I'll have an opportunity to play Heimer where he doesn't get killed. Like, he always just gets killed. I have cut out Get Exciteds from this list, which means it is actually a little bit harder for him to kill the Heimer here. If he's using, like, an updated list without Get Exciteds, he actually has a hard time doing that. Nice Winter's Breath. Good stuff, good stuff. Keep him coming. I'll play one of these. If he passes back to me, I have such an easy time putting him on Static Shock, I think. Oh, no Static. That means I can actually play my card. That's sweet, dude. Nice. So, that's a greedy Thermo Beam. Oh, that's a necessary Thermo Beam. That's exactly how you'd play the Thermo here. There's not really a punish to that, because it's not like I can, like, level my Heimer or anything. And it's not like I'm getting more past, like, the original Flash. It's the easiest Thermo of his life. Wow, okay. Yeah, I mean, getting these elusives doesn't mean anything, because we can't really race, right? Well, it looks like we've yet again disproved Heimer. This is like the 4th time I've played Heimer for, like, 3 games and then taken him out right away. It's like this card it seems so good and it feels so bad. Like, getting another floor begun doesn't even help here. It doesn't do anything, right? Man, imagine running Heimer over Elnuk in this deck. Heimer without protection is like the worst idea ever. Yeah, somewhat. I mean, it's not as if it's impossible for this deck to run Elixir of Iron. Like, this deck can run Elixir of Iron. What's my game plan here? Stop playing Heimer with Ezreal. You can't have 2 champs with high deck building costs to make them decent. Heimer also requires protection. Listen, I know. This is what I say. You're saying the exact words I say every time someone asks me if Heimer could be good in this deck. Here's the thing to understand. Do you guys understand, what's it called? There's a... This is a nice Sunperks map. I'm trying to remember what it's called. There's something in, like, machine learning called Explore Exploit. Or basically the idea is to shift your strategy based on your expected lifetime. Which is to say, at an early stage in any given strategy development, you should bet against yourself, and at a late stage you should bet on yourself, is a good way of explaining that. Like, I don't think Heimer's good. That's why I'm playing him. To make sure that I'm right. Because there's no way to make sure that I'm right without playing him. Basically. I know it sounds kind of roundabout, but I think it's also pretty necessary. You know, honestly, the funny thing is, if this guy doesn't have Static Shock, he actually does kind of lose. And he's down to a 2-card hand, and he's not representing Static Shock, like, literally at all. So, I mean, we actually could just be, like, fairly good here. Which is pretty funny. So this logic, by the way, it's the same reason why when you're playing a new game, you should play very aggressively, just so you can kind of test the limits. And then when you're playing in, like, a tournament, you should play, like, what you know is going to be more reliable. It's like, it's the reason why tournament strategy is very different from, like, kind of like how you go about discovering new concepts, right? Yo, this guy's fucking afraid, man. This guy's actually terrified. This guy has fucking nothing, dude. We're good. They never expect the Winter's Breath. Eat shit, dude. Holy shit! Heimer gets there yet again! It's so easy! Ah, we fucking lost. God damn it.
No way.
I don't know, man. This is pretty easy. We've got like the sump map. Heimer gave us, or sorry, the flash of brilliance gives us winter breath and sump maps. We top deck a completely useless piece of shit, and now we actually might lose. Uh oh, that's bad. I'm in. I'll fold on the Static Shock. That's fine. Man, what an easy game, actually. Yeah, that's fine. Is that a top deck? That's weird. Alright, so all we have to do is survive one turn. He actually has no hand whatsoever here, which is pretty funny. There's a good chance we have to use Mystic Shot defensively, so I don't want to, like, use my mana here. He has good odds of being on a unit that he can't play. And he has a full board, so we don't have to let him play anything. So here's the Harsh Winds on the big boys. Brittle Steel on the small boys. I mean, if we just never let him play a unit, he can't develop the elusive blocker for Ezreal, right? He takes us down to 4. I think I mean, I always take the flash freeze here. Man, what an easy game. So, we just don't kill any of his units so that he can never actually play Ezreal as an elusive blocker. And then we just jam him up. We just jam him up! Of course. It's so easy. Whee! Okay, this is second Harsh Winds, and then we fold. PP hands. I mean, how could we possibly win against a hand like this? Oh god. Would I actually Mystic Shot face here? That's a bad play, right? Yeah, that's a really bad play. He's got Progress Day here. Takes an open Static Shock! The balls on this guy! What?! Dude! Bro! Like, if my hand is, like, slightly different, I'm so good here! Are you kidding me? He's at 1? He's playing his odds. You think that's good? I think I would always open attack there. Because he has a really, really easy time putting me on Ezreal. Like, Ezreal is in my hand no matter what. And if I have, like, any like, most, like, combinations of 2 cards will do a lot here. We can't... He doesn't have any mushrooms in his deck. If he had a single mushroom in his deck, that could be our final point of damage on the Avaros and Sentry. Lethal Thermo Beam face. Yeah. Dude, that would actually be a sick play. If this guy had a single mushroom in his deck, like, going for the Sentry. How can we die to shrooms? Man, this is so sad.
I know you're thinking and stuff, but could you maybe speed things up a little?
This is so sad. All right. Shoot, you're in Sentry. Well, I mean, it wouldn't resolve in time.
Look out for Reavers. You're between me and glory.
This is literally The saddest spot ever. Oh, we lost! Oh, Jesus. We tried, guys. Man, that's a fucking PP hands game, dude. Holy shit. Okay. So, as always, you know, this is, we've literally done this like 4 times with Heimerdinger. This is the 4th time, by the way. This is the 4th time in the past 2.5 weeks that I've put Heimerdinger in this deck and then just taken him out after like 2 games. The reason I'm doing it this time, it's not like I can't learn. It's because, like, I'm thinking, okay, in the new meta, he is actually a little bit better. He is better than he was, like, last week. But he's still like Heimerdinger. He's still just like a fucking... like, when they nuck, you just lose. Because you don't have nuck. And you can't really run both, right? So that's a feels bad, for sure. So to explain what I was talking about earlier, just because at least some of you guys might be interested... Explore Exploit is basically the idea that you should adjust your strategy depending on whether you're trying to win or trying to learn, basically. And so, like, this is, for example, the common way to explain this is, like, this is the reason that, like, newborn children will, like, put random shit in their mouths, because they're trying to, like, they'll put, like, Legos in their mouths just to try to, like, see, oh, can I eat this? And, like... You know, very, very old people will just, like... Very old people don't enjoy going for new experiences as much. You know, on average. Some of them do, of course. But usually they just kind of, like... They don't need to go for new experiences. They'll eat the food that they know they like, right? Because they don't have a lot of time left in their life, so there's less value to gain out of exploring. So, it's pretty interesting to think about it like this. Where basically, like, depending on your expected lifetime in a given game... or a given subset of games, it doesn't even have to be one game. Depending on how long you want to play it out, you are incentivized to basically do a lot of experimentation early on. And one thing about the human psyche is that we all stop exploring way too early. Like, ridiculously too early. Whereas, like, we'd min-max our utility so much more if we just, like... if we went and just tried things, you know, like listen to, like, new music instead of, like, music that we already know we like, or, like, new foods or stuff like that. I mean, those are very, very base examples, because those are just, like, sensory input, but it applies to everything, right? It's exploration-exploitation dilemma. Yeah, exactly. Can confirm I'm 99 and I only like swim stream and never watch any other streamer. But seriously, it's kind of cool thinking about things in that way and understanding that every single human being on the planet stops exploring way too early. Like, period. Like, way too early. And you're going to be a much more, like, functional and happier person if you push the limits of exploration a lot further and get outside of your comfort zone. Like, seriously, like, think about that for a bit, because that is actually, like, somewhat life-changing. I tried to finger my ass and didn't like it. Yeah, exactly. Like, a friend of mine, I'm not gonna name who, but it's actually one of you guys. A friend of mine was talking to me and he was saying, man, Swim, I've actually been developing some gay feelings for another guy, and I don't know if I should, like, act on it or not. And I said, look, man, listen, fucking go for it. Plow that ass. Because at the end of the day, the only lose condition is regret. You know? Like, if you try it, I said specifically, try it, but make sure you're not being too serious about it. You know? Like, get in there and then, you know, make sure that you're able to laugh about it, as long as maybe you end up kind of like not enjoying it, pulling out early, that kind of thing. And if it's not for you, then just have a chuckle and move on, right? Just set the ground rules and make that clear. As long as you're able to laugh about it afterwards, then you're good. So as long as you try it and then make sure you can't regret trying it, then you can't regret anything. And if you try it, if you don't try it, then you're open to regret. And if you try it and you're too serious about it, then you're open to regret. But the only lose condition is regret. So yeah, just go in, right? Just the tip. Yeah, I mean, you can do a soft entry, like, that's fine. But the point is like, I would always recommend, and I'm not joking. I know this sounds like a meme conversation, but very seriously, like, just try things. I think, like, having gay sex is a pretty good experience for most people. Because a lot of people, I mean, everyone's a little gay, right? Like, you know, most people aren't really open to that kind of thing. And a lot of people are, like, kind of closed off. A lot of people are like, well, I could never do that. And there's a very significant amount of the population that is kind of raised a certain way and is taught a certain way, and they're holding themselves back from, you know, just kind of being who they really want to be, right? I'm real talk.